Hey guys, so what I went ahead and did is I took off the lifted parts. So I've already kind of brought these down. So the reason I went ahead and did that is because I was all up in there. So I had done the après nails for the first time, and then I put Luminary. I cut them down and did Luminary for tutorials, obviously. And so what I ended up doing is having it grow out, and there was some lifting. So I figured I would take you along with me with a backfill to Luminary. So like I said, I've taken it all down. I haven't done any prepping. And I'm going to take this bit. This bit is a diamond bit, and everyone seems to love diamond bits to prep. So I figured I'd try it. So I'm starting in reverse, meaning I'm going to be pushing it away from my nail plate, because essentially I'm taking this off. So I'm lifting off my skin there. I hope that makes sense. Pushing it away. I don't think there's gonna be too much on here. Probably a lot of it came off when I did the removal. I'm going to use my cuticle bit and just see my one of my nail drills, so I want to make sure that it's actually working. All right, not the best, I guess, because there's still getting some stuff off. Well, I would say there was still plenty left on my nails. I'm not quite sure if that is an expensive one or a cheap one. It was something that came with a bunch of other ones, so I don't know. Again, I don't expect a ton to be coming off right now. Okay, I'm in the forward position. And coming on to this side. Yeah, not too much on that plate today. Alright, I'm gonna cleanse the nails here. I'm gonna back up just a little bit to make sure I get all that dust out before we go in with our fill. Alright, so this is a really great canvas to be working with now, because again, I took it down, but you can see I still have some product on. So we're just gonna build up that apex and backfill that. I have added this to my rotation now. I always forget about this because this is brand new to me. I'm gonna do my thumb last because we had just wiped it off, and a lot of people really like it, so I am adding it to my rotation. All right, now I'm gonna come in with tack, and you can see I'm actually taking the product and scrubbing it in. And then I've said this before in many of my videos, especially with gel polish, I pull inward, meaning when I apply product, I don't want it to go towards my cuticle unless I am putting it there. So I'm just going to scrub it in and drag it to the center. All right, giving that a full cure. I'm actually gonna take Jimmy Gel here, and I am going to do a very thin base, because I don't wanna build this up, but this pink is sheer when you get down to it, but I like a nice clear base. Because I feel like half my tutorials, I got like 8 different bases on, so I'm trying to narrow it down some. I'm just beating it up. Going in with the color Harmony, and this is the color that I do have on my nails. I'm going to apply a slip layer just like I do any other enhancement that I want to build up. So just putting most of the product off your brush kind of in the middle here. I say back 2/3. And then I personally like to take my brush and push back to that cuticle area. Remember, gel likes to stick to gel. So what you're gonna see is you're gonna see it kind of just fade down to that area. And then when we go in with our bead of gel to fully build this up, it will actually allow the gel to go down there without having to push it towards that cuticle, and then you mess up and then you have stuff everywhere. So that's the best part about that. Okay, so I like to dip it in the bottle, scrape one side here, and then you can see that there's going to be a dot on the other side. And sometimes with the thumb, I need a little bit more. So again, I'm gonna place it in the back. That might be, you know, a little bit further back because I'm trying to place most of the product where we're going to infill it versus if we are creating something from scratch. We're just infilling this. So kind of just dragging it down and then turning, and I'm pulling my skin back here. So taking my finger, pulling the skin back, again, walk it down. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab a little bit more and we're gonna build up our apex. You can do this all in one shot. It is up to you. I sometimes find I like to do it in two so I can really concentrate here in the middle and I don't have to worry about the sides, because when you start having to go all the way down to the side, you end up needing a ton of product. And I don't mind taking more than one bead. I know a lot of people like to do it in one fell swoop. It doesn't bother me. So flipping it upside down to get our apex exactly where we want it. And then you can take your brush and adjust anything that you think might need adjusting. All right, I have cured that bad boy and you can see a little apex there. There we go. And then any kind of divots or anything that doesn't look right, I am going to refine, obviously with my filing, but use your line of light. I think I did pretty good. Just taking a little bit on my brush here because we are going to create that slip layer. So I place it down and drag it down and come over to the side, walk it down. Same thing on this side, pulling back to that middle because you don't want it to run towards that cuticle. I clear off half my brush, you don't have to, I just find it easier. And then let the product run to the bottom, get your bead. Again, we're filling in the back divot to match the front and build up our apex to be in the correct spot now. So we are just going to maneuver this around until we are happy with it. There's a little bit of a divot on the side because, whoops, sorry, because I had some lifting. Okay. Gonna give that a second and I'm gonna flip it upside down. All right, come back in, pushing it back. Again, taking most of the product, working it into the middle, and that's going to allow me to get as close as possible without touching it. This nail has a deep side, so this is all a little bit difficult for me to do. But I'm figure out with my hands. I have a deep kind of point here, so I always try to figure out if I take it all the way down to the side or not. I still haven't figured it out. Okay, grab a bead. Can I push it down? Okay. You want to remain connected to the gel as much as possible. I'm not telling you to do one with the gel, but if you stay within your original bubble, meaning that you have it literally physically connected, then a lot of times you will reduce the amount of bubbles you produce. So when you're moving around, you can actually make bubbles. And if you stay connected to the gel, you're moving it, that actually reduces bubbles. Obviously, if you're fixing something, you need to move around. Don't be afraid to tip it up your brush. It's okay. But like I said, this is the part that did it, so I don't know. I'm gonna get one here. And place it underneath here. There we go. So it's literally just one little tiny corner. So I'm gonna fill in. It is hopefully just going to accept it. Because I'm going to push it down just a little bit on that side. Okay, again, filling the back area. And you want to get closer to the forearm, I just saw my hand, or my finger was pointed back, meaning it would move the gel back towards my cuticle because it's pointed backwards, like pointed up. So obviously I did not want that. So just make sure that you're mindful of where your hand is. Again, bring this down to fill that gap, so this is gonna look funny. And then walk it down. Okay, so you pinch, rotate, and drop. So I am going to just file up that funky part. Alright, last one, and hopefully I've given you a couple tips that make this a little easier for you. Get it out of the way. Trying to find letting it go down the brush. Okay, we are going to file, so kind of come in here, and then on this side. And I like to make sure that I'm not leaving a notch here, right where it disconnects. So I always make sure that I am on that outside. That's the last thing you want to do. So what gel is super soft, so you don't really have to worry about using an e-file. This is something you can hand file, so you can come around with the sharper side or the duller side, does not matter. I should say grit, I should use proper terms. And I am just bringing in those arches. So for me, I do not like bulgy arches here, so that is what I'm taking down. Now an e-file is much easier. Here is a fine sanding band. Right, like I said, you don't need one. You can do this by hand. And you come up. And then you take it around, keeping it very flat so you don't actually dig it. No matter what, I always finish with a hand file. I don't know what it is about a hand file that just makes it feel like it's finished. I'm going to buff it, and I'm going to repeat that on all of my nails. Now we're just going to apply some top coat, and this is the, wow, Mickey, that is my Russian blue cat yelling at you guys. Actually, he's yelling at me. He wants attention. Okay, so pop this into the light to flash cure it. He really wants my attention. All right, here are the end results. So, a little backfill. Waiting for a design, hasn't come to me yet. So we're just gonna gloss these and let them be. So, all right, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.